I'm going to teach you how to get the best price and shipping times for any dropshipping product you want to sell, as today we're going to be sourcing two products. One premium waist trainer, which is more typical, but one supplement as well. So if you ever want to get into supplements, you're going to know exactly how to find the best supplier, from literally selling ketamine or blue crystal meth or black seed oil to old grandmas across the US without you knowing a single ingredient inside of your product. So when you're selling any dropshipping product, you need to have a target price in your head as to what you're going to sell it for. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and to know what price you need to source it at. So with our first product, this oil of oregano supplement, it's currently being sold for $30 by the main competitor. So that means I need to source it for around, I'd say, $5 to $10, but we also need to know what's a good selling price. So I always look at products on Amazon and then also Google Shopping, as you can see right here, and try to average out what are the top listings going for. So we can see 24, we can see 40, 56. So I'd say the range for this type of product is around 25 to 50. So anywhere in there is the right ballpark price for us to sell it at. Now for this waist trainer, we can see the top listing on Calidate is doing over $100K a month, and they're selling it for $92, which honestly seems a little expensive. Their lowest price was $70, and when I look it up online, we can see some brands selling for $68, $45. So I'd say the range is around $45 to $75 for a product like this. So if we keep that all in mind, then we need to be able to source it for around 3 times less. Now we're going to get quotes from over 5 different suppliers in this video so that you know exactly how to get the best quote for any product. But I always start this process on Aliexpress first because it's the largest database of products. And typically when you're working with private sourcing agents, CJ Dropshipping, Commercial, all these places, they want you to have an Aliexpress link that you provide to them to make it easier for them to source it. So what you should always do is download an image of your product, upload it in the search by image section just right here. And as you can see, you'll get top listings immediately populated. So we have some for 13, 16. This is basically, exact same zipper, exact same shape for $22 right here. And can we sell it for 3X, 66? Yes, that was within our target price range. Now, this doesn't mean this is the best supplier, but again, it gives us a foundation to base our quotes from other suppliers. And as a 7-figure dropshipper, I really have no problem with testing products using Aliexpress because in a lot of cases, they have the cheapest cost you're going to find for any product, and they still have great shipping times. As you can see right here with this top listing, the shipping time is 7 days to 14 days. There's a 90% chance the customer will get their order within 15 days, which is amazing. That is exactly what customers are expecting nowadays. So you don't have to worry about the long 4-week shipping times like dropshipping was back in the past in 2019. People are still living the past with AliExpress, but they have evolved, especially now that Temu is a big player in the space. AliExpress had to step up their game. So there is still a lot of great listings and suppliers already on AliExpress. So if this ends up being your best option, it really isn't as bad as you think. Now, in terms of vetting AliExpress suppliers, what I typically do is first, look at the product reviews. Now 4.2, I will admit, is very low. I don't go with anyone that's below 4.5 because on AliExpress, usually the reviews are actually overinflated to be more positive. So that's not a great sign for a product like this, at least for using this supplier. Now, when I actually evaluate the supplier itself, I typically want suppliers that have been around for at least 2 years and have a 4.5 or above on the main 3 categories. So as you can see right here, about 91% positive reviews. They've been around for over 3 years now, and they have a 4.5 or above on all of the main store credibility. So this is actually a pretty decent supplier. It just looks like with this product, there seems to be some issues with it. So I personally wouldn't go with them. And then for our oil of oregano, as we can see here, we have multiple different listings. So this one right here for 18, this one for 10. So I'm actually going to go with this one because it's the exact same packaging to the T. So as we can see, about $10, shipping time, 1 to 2 weeks. Awesome. Now, again, let's scroll on down because they don't really have any reviews for this product. So 80%. Oh, this is a supplier that I personally probably wouldn't use either, just because it looks like they have not been in business for very long. They don't really have any ratings, so I would not trust these guys. So now let's get these quoted from one of my favorite suppliers in CJ Dropshipping. So as you can see right here, you can do the exact same process of uploading an image, and this is what we got right here. Basically the exact same product. Now it is $20, which is actually a little bit cheaper than AliExpress, 7 to 12 days, and we can actually choose different shipping options. I typically will do, CJ Packet. The Liquid's a good one. Express is the fastest shipping line in the world. So for only $2 extra to have that available, that is perfect. I mean, that is the best you can do. This supplier also has the quality supplier badge on CJ Dropshipping, which is something you have to earn. So I would definitely feel comfortable using these over the AliExpress listing that we already got. Now, same exact process, the oil of oregano. Let's see what we got here. So $6, and typically shipping is always the same for any product. It's always going to be around that $10 to $12 mark. So $12, shipping times we're not really going to have to worry about. So $18 all in. I will admit that's a little bit more expensive than I like if I'm going to try to sell this product. Now, the waist trainer, I think we were perfectly fine with, but we're gonna have to get some more quotes for that supplement. And real quick, if you can't find your product on CJ Dropshipping, you can post a sourcing request, which is incredibly simple to do. So go to service, then sourcing, and as you can see right here, post a sourcing request. And once you get the Aliexpress link, so let's say, yes, the waist trainer, I want a better price on that specifically, I can go to individual product. I can just put in waist trainer or just copy the keywords over from Aliexpress, perfectly up to you. Product image really doesn't matter too much, but because we have the Aliexpress URL, that's really all they need. And because we know the typical shipping price is always going to be $10 to $12 and we want to source this, let's say for less than 20, I want to put a target price of around $6 for this product. Description really doesn't matter. I just put in whatever and then request for sourcing and you are going to be good to go. So now let's hop into our next supplier, which is ZenDrop. So on here, I'm going to look up the main keywords of my product. So oil of oregano, if my dyslexic ass could spell. And as we can see right here, we can add to our store. So you need to connect ZenDrop to your store using their app. But let's just first see what's the quote. So $13, that actually so far is the best price we've gotten. And shipping times, let's just see, 10 days. Not too shabby. Then we have this other listing right here, which is basically the exact same thing, and it's only $9 with 10-day shipping. So far, this is why we get quotes from so many different places, and you should have all of these in your Rolodex because you will just get drastically different quotes. Because on the other one, CJ, it was $18. It was double the price. But for now, with $9, we can charge 3x, get to $29 very easily, and that's within the price range. Ooh, good. Who is she? Good. I might be in love, but I am not in love with that price tag. Oh my Jesus. It's like dating a Miami girl. $37, that is not going to work. So right now for the waist trainer, it's looking like it's going to be better to use CJ's. But again, let's go to our next suppliers. But you can see real quick the difference it makes when you're sourcing from multiple suppliers. Now our next supplier that I absolutely love is Eprolo. So on here, you can do the exact same process of search by image. It's super simple, takes a few clicks. And as you can see right here, we got this listing where it's $3 and only $6 shipping. So in total, it's a little bit under $9 and we are getting really fast shipping, 8 to 15 days via Star. That is not bad whatsoever. So, I mean, really, it's up between Eprolo and ZenDrop right now for the oil of oregano, but we definitely got good enough quotes where we could sell this at a reasonable price as well. Get our 3x, get our $25 margin, and be perfectly fine. Now, I did this also with the waist trainer, and I found this version, which is a little bit different, which I actually prefer a little more. It's got that bougie zipper, not gonna lie. And I actually looked up this image on Aliexpress as well, and as you can see, $8 with free shipping, 1 to 2 weeks. So our original cost for the other version was $22. This is a third of that. And we can realistically probably sell it for almost the exact same price because it's the same product in a sense. And this is why it's really important not to get married to one specific product design. And I get it. When you see a product in ads like this waist trainer, you may say, okay, I have to sell the exact same one as everyone else. But no. If you see a better one that might have more demand, or one that in this case is much cheaper, then I'm going to go with the cheaper option as long as it's still at the same quality level as the other product that people are obsessed over. Because then I could just make this one a winner because no one else is selling it, but it still is going to have the same function and I can give people a much better offer. I don't have to sell it for 60. I mean, this is costing me real quick here around, I don't know, 15 to 16 on Eprolo. It's costing me around $9 on Aliexpress. So I could sell this for 34, half the cost of everyone else and still make a killing. So now going on to one of the biggest suppliers in the e-commerce space in Autods. So if we go to the marketplace feature, you can look up specific keywords of your product. So in this case, we have our waist trainer and then we can look up the supplement as well. Now I've already gone through this process. I went through. Now this is something where you get to see a lot of different options. So potentially you might actually find a better version of the product you want to sell. But for us right now, I found the exact version, ended up being about $20 plus 16 business days. So ends up being that there's a few better options out there. Now for the supplement, it's about $15, about 7 to 10 business days. So again, it's going to be a little bit of a better option to go with one of the other ones that we found. Now, the final and best option for sourcing any dropshipping product is using a private sourcing agent. Now, typically you're going to get these from actually networking with other dropshippers who can already vet that this private sourcing agent is someone that they relied on and have worked with in the past. And for me personally, I have one that I absolutely love. Her name is Kaylee. She's inside my 101 program, which we'll talk about a little later. But as you can see right here, I had one of my assistants message her about these two products. And here's the exact quotes that we got. So for the waist cincher, $17, which is cheaper than basically every other platform. And we are getting the best shipping lines, Aliexpress, 5 to 10 days. And for the oil of oregano, also best prices, $9. And she actually broke it down where the product cost is only $2 and shipping $7, which means I could do a great BOGO deal where it only cost me $2 more to do, let's say a BOGO at $39.99, which is a much more enticing offer than if it was 2 for $18 for instance. But in this case, it's only 2 for $11. Now, if you want access to my private sourcing agent and the hundreds of other templates and resources I use to scale my dropshipping brands to over 100 grand a month so that you can scale your brand to 1 grand a day guaranteed in the next 180 days, then all you have to do is click the link down below and apply for my coaching program. It's the only hybrid program where you not only get a one-on-one coach that you can talk to 24/7 and will help you choose the right products, build the right website, and create the right ads, but you also get 5 group calls a week to get personalized feedback from yours truly on everything that you're doing so you know what you're doing right, and most importantly, what you need to fix to finally get the results that you want. So if you're interested, click the link down below and apply, and we'll see if we're the right fit to help you scale to 1 grand a day. Now, if you don't want to work with the best private sourcing agent in the game, but you still want to get access to one, then I would recommend Commercive, which for only $30 a month, you can get access to your own sourcing agent, where all you have to do, as you can see right here on WhatsApp, is send links to your product, the Aliexpress links, and they will give you direct quotes exactly for the product that you are interested in. And it usually happens within 24 hours. So again, this is a private sourcing agent that is a little bit more affordable for people that don't really have the connects out there. They also use the best shipping lines while giving you competitive rates. So I highly recommend Commercive for any beginners that are starting to source out products. Usually in most cases, they're going to end up being better than CJ, Eprolo, or any of the mainstream platforms out there. Now you may be wondering, how do I actually import products when I find them on these major platforms? Well, really all you need to do is go inside of Shopify and you'll have to download the app specific for that platform. So Autods obviously has their own app, Eprolo, CJ, all those big ones. Now, if you're importing directly from Aliexpress, that's where I personally use Dezzers instead. It's completely free. And all you have to do is grab the Aliexpress link of your product, and then hopping onto Dezzers, all you really need to do is go to import list, paste the Aliexpress link, click OK, and then it will automatically populate all of the major details of that product. So as you can see right here, it's right here. We can click on this, push to store, and we're good to go. Now, in terms of fulfilling orders, it's pretty much the exact same on every tool as well, where they're going to have some section where it'll have your orders actually listed here. So we can see on Aliexpress, we have no orders, but if we did have some, they would populate right here, just like with any other tool. So just to show you again, with a tool like Autods, very similar. You import a draft version of your product. Then you would want to go over to the product section on your Shopify store. So very simple. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below, and watch this video next to learn exactly how I build my product pages using Shrine.